What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again answering the questions that you asked me. If you want to get some of the old live streams that I put up, a lot of y'all asked me about those. Check that out on the askchazzellisproject.com. Go to the archive section. I'm also going to be writing some stuff, so you make sure you check that out too. If y'all want to get some of those information, a lot of y'all asking me about books and stuff. I'll be doing some little small books. You can also still get consultations on there and quick questions. That's the askchazzellisproject.com. Also, check me out on askchazzellis on Facebook. Anyway, I got a good question from a girl. She was basically like, look, I don't know. I don't really suspect my dude of cheating or anything really, but I just want to know, is it cool if I check his phone? You know, is it cool if I check his Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff too? Well, generally when you do stuff like that, you have to take a few things into account. The first thing you got to take into account is, what am I going to do if I find something in this person's phone, if I find something in this person's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is that you decide to check? What am I going to do with this information? Now, if you was to find out that the person was cheating on you, or they were texting somebody or talking to somebody you didn't want them to be, and you're not going to do anything about it anyway, now you're just volunteering to walk around being pissed off. And that doesn't seem to make too much sense. So you got to ask yourself, if I was to get this information, what would I do with it? Is it something I would just sit on and kind of look at and see what's going on? Would I get mad? Would I start arguments over it? What would I do with this information? Would I break up with them? Or would I just sit around and brood? Like, what would you do with the information? That's something you got to think about. Another thing you also got to think about is the fact that information can also often be misconstrued when you don't really have a context. And basically, you know, if you read a text message that says, hey, had fun last night, good seeing you. You're like, what? You had fun last night, good seeing you? Who would send you this? They ain't sending my man don't have fun last night. I want to, it was good seeing you. As a matter of fact, I said that because there was a friend of mine, one of my homeboys. He actually got a text like that, and his girl called the number back, cussed the lady out. Just, don't you be calling my dude, blah, 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 blah. Turns out this is his aunt that sent him this text. And she's because he was out at the club the night before and saw his aunt. Yes, he saw his aunt. His aunt's like 55 or so. But she's one of them people, one of them ladies that's like 55, but they still be in the party scene, that party with their kids and stuff like that. Hey, if that's you, it's cool. Do your thing. Because her and her kids ain't really all that far apart anyway. But they're not. But anyway, she cussed the aunt out. So now the mom was mad at her because that's her sister. The aunt's kids are mad at her, and they talking about wanting to fight her. You don't cuss my mom out. I know you ain't. So she just kind of got things messed up, and unfortunately, ended up doing some stuff that probably has done irreparable damage to her relationship with his family. Now those people are probably against her. I can't say for sure, but they probably saying stuff, little sideways comments to him, and that's hurting their relationship, of course. Even if she doesn't know it, it's probably having an effect on their relationship that, where she's, kind of teeter-tottering at all times now. So you got to think, sometimes you see stuff out of context, and you don't know the whole backstory that went along with whatever it is that was said on the text message or on Facebook. I can't believe he liked that picture. You going off about that. Or, and guys do that too. Like, oh, what are you liking his picture for, girl? You get a text message from somebody or something like that. It could be your boss. It could be anybody. So when you're reading stuff like that, you have to understand the fact that you probably don't have the whole picture because you're just looking at a small piece, and even if they go back and forth or something like that, you don't know what's said outside of that. So it could cause you to get a little angry and stuff like that. It may be unnecessary. That goes into the third thing I was thinking, and that's basically that this may cause you to ask some questions based on information that you're not supposed to have. Like you going through the person's phone and they ask them, so who's Delilah? What? What do you mean? What is this about? Why are you asking me about Delilah? And then there could be a perfectly good explanation for it, but now you looking crazy because you was going through their phone getting the information. Now there could be a perfectly good explanation for whatever you see, But unfortunately, because of the way you got the information, they may feel, violated, or they may feel like you kind of, getting in their business. And the reality of it is, if you really don't feel like you can trust a person, you're going to either have to accept the fact that they're going to be doing whatever they're doing, or you got to move on. Because you really can't track somebody down and look through all their stuff and actually be able to know what's going on in that person's life. Yeah, you might look up and find out they're cheating on you or something like that. But if you find out somebody's cheating on you through their phone or social media, you knew already anyway. Let's be real, because clearly that person's not being careful. So you knew already anyway, and that was just some extra stuff. Generally, if you got to check somebody's phone because you really think that person's cheating, or you got to check their Facebook or Twitter or whatever because you really think that person's cheating, you already know. So, it's not like you're going to get any new information from checking somebody's phone or checking somebody's email or whatever the case may be. You already know, and it's not even that you're confirming it. You know already, and that's why you checked. So I say, basically, if you want to do something like that, you have to understand that you could cause problems where problems don't exist. And if there are problems that warrant you to really do something like that, then you already know the real, and you're not going to get any new information from that. So think about that before you make whatever decision you make. And I'm not going to say don't check people's phone, but I'm going to say that if you got something good going on and you start meddling in it, you start pushing buttons, you start messing with stuff, you can mess the relationship up or do irreparable damage. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Y'all put some stories and stuff down at the bottom in the comment section about what happened when you might have looked at somebody's phone. Did it work out for you? Did it mess things up? Let me know what happened when that kind of thing happened with you. Or what would you feel if somebody looked in your phone or looked on your Facebook or whatever? Alright, once again, it's your man Chazzellis. Make sure you check me out on the askchazzellisproject.com and Ask Chazzellis on Facebook. Oh yeah, like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.